Oi, vou fazer um exemplo ou uma resposta de os vídeos que os alunos fizeram, vocês, e que eu vou me apresentar a vocês semelhante como vocês fizeram. E depois eu vou dar alguns respostas e dicas e correções a cada um de vocês, como melhorar ou pronunciar alguma coisa, algum erro que eu vi alguns de vocês fazendo, ok? Então vou fazer isso em inglês, então presta atenção. My name is Trent. I was born on May 19th. I am 29 years old. I work as a banker, and I am the owner of D&S English School. Soon, I will be your teacher. I went to college at California State University, Sacramento. I like sports, especially soccer and basketball. I like to play video games, and I like Brazil. I love my wife, and I live in Sacramento with my wife, and I hope to have kids someday. I hope to take a trip and visit you all soon. Okay. So, eu fiz algumas anotações e quero que todos vocês prestem atenção de tudo que eu falo por cada um de vocês, porque muitos de vocês fizeram os mesmos erros e coisas assim. Então, as coisas que eu estou ajudando vocês a aprender, cada um de vocês, eu acho que vai ajudar todos vocês. Então, eu vi o vídeo de Moisés primeiro, and Moisés, the first thing I want to help you with is I was born in 1985. I was born in 1985. So that's the first one. You did really well. Second, you said my favorite sport is soccer. So the best way to say it is my favorite sport in English. My favorite sport is soccer, not my sport favorite. I know it's different in Portuguese and English, but you want to put the word favorite before the word sport. So it would be correct to say, my favorite sport is soccer, as we call football in America. Okay? Third, instead of saying, meus pais estão viajando em Macapá, a tradução melhor seria, my parents are on a trip to Macapá. It's better to say my parents are on a trip to Macapá than saying my parents are traveling to Macapá. When you say traveling, quando você fala traveling, parece que eles estão ainda estão indo a Macapá em inglês. Então eles estão fazendo viagem a Macapá. In English, my parents are on a trip to Macapá. Okay? Moisés, you did very good. And I'm going to go on to Vanessa, but that doesn't mean that you can't pay attention. Vanessa, you did very well as well. I liked what you said in your speaking because Vanessa, you spoke for a long time and tried a lot of things. And so I have a lot of good feedback for you. And it says, you said, I sempre vivia em Cidade Nova. And the best way to say this is to say, I have always lived in Cidade Nova. I have always lived in Cidade Nova. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing is, I go to school here too. A lot of you guys, when you were talking about where you went to school and that you go to school, you say, I study in or at. And in English, we say, I go to school. Eu vou à escola. Or eu vou à universidade. I go to school here too. So the next phrase you said, Vanessa, is better to say, I go to school at Ideal. Okay? I went to high school at, and then you can say where you went to high school. I go to college at, and where you go to college. Okay? I went to high school at Vacaville High School. Me, Trent, I went to school at Vacaville High School. And I went to college at California State University, Sacramento. Okay? Next, you said I work like a nurse, which I know the translation for como can be like, or it can be as, A-S. So it's better to say in English that you work as a nurse instead of like a nurse, because para trabalhar como como é? Enfermeira, quer dizer em inglês, se você traduz perfeitamente, I work as a nurse, or I work like a nurse, quer dizer, eu trabalho semelhante enfermeira, em vez de como uma enfermeira, okay? So, é mais correto falar, I work as a nurse, okay? And when you talked about Moises, your boyfriend, you should say, we have been together for 6 years. We have been together for 6 years. That's great, because my wife and I have been together for just over 6 years too. Okay? So very good, Vanessa, and we're moving on to Larissa. And Larissa had a tough one here on her birthday. Larissa was born on February 12th. On February 12th. And I am 15 years old. Okay? The next thing, you talked about your favorite foods. You said your favorite food is cake. In inglês é cake, não é cakey. Eu sei que tem a letra E depois, mas não é cakey, é cake. Okay? Your favorite food is cake and chocolate, or chocolate. So everybody can say chocolate. Okay, chocolate, okay? You can say, I am an intelligent girl. I think you said, I am an intelligent and lazy girl, okay? I am intelligent and lazy. That's the best way to pronounce those words. You said, I don't know how to speak English because it is, I think you said, difficult. You can say that. Difficult is a formal word. It's better to say, more people would say, I think, I don't know how to speak English well because it's hard. A tradução por hard é tipo duro. Eu não sei se isso faz sentido em português, mas pode falar que inglês é difícil. A tradução difficult. Or hard, que é duro em português. Okay? Very good, Larissa. Next video I saw was Roberto. Roberto spoke really fast, but you spoke very well, Roberto. Again, the same thing as a lot of the other students. You said, you talked about where you go to school, and so here's what you're going to say. You could say, I am a student at Ideal. I am a student at Ideal.